It's the first ever Knotfest Finland, and I have got the one and only Sid sat right here with me. Hello.
Howdy do. How's it going?
So good, and so good to sit down with you right now because, oh man, I've got so many questions to ask you. I've been like storing them up. But the first one, I saw this great interview with Corey where he was blowing up about your mask and animating the mask on stage. What was the thought process behind that? Because that's genius.
The new stuff I actually had made, it was ready to go about 3 years ago. But, I don't know, it's just been like a process, for it to like, for reveal to reveal to reveal, So like, even with the new mask, I still have the old one.
Right.
We're just carrying the head around now. And it's funny because now that I'm carrying it around, people notice that it mimics Corey.
Yeah.
And not as many people noticed when I was wearing it that it was doing that.
Wow.
And now that I'm carrying it around, everyone's like, oh, it's mimicking Corey. And it's like, it's singing and talking and like whatever with him. So, I don't know. It's just funny to see it like in magazines and stuff with them. Now it's animated. And I'm like, no, it's always been animated,
Oh, right, because I was going off the magazines, and I was going to ask you if you're planning on doing more animatronics. And
yeah,
more...
I mean, it'll be my second one that I've had with the band. The first one was like a robot face.
Yeah.
And then that was on All Hope Is Gone, I believe. And it had some moving bits or whatever that was controlled elsewhere. But, but the new one, I don't know, it's just, it's kind of... I don't know. I look at humans very weird. We're kind of like robots in a sense, but we're like organic, right?
Yeah.
But, so it's this transition of like the creator sort of thing. It's like it's disassembling the original piece by piece. Now it's just a head, right? And it's like finally shedding away, and like little hints along the way with different masks from different albums, as well. You're able to intertwine them all together in a sense, but it's I don't know, sort of like that we're just like ghosts, we're like these spirits, and we can just kind of inhabit what material we want, so.
No, that's cool, and I hear you with that. So like, what is your process when you're sitting down and it's a new cycle and you have to design a new mask? What is the process for you?
Oh, I don't know. It's just kind of where I'm at, in my life, I guess, and the things I'm interested in, and the way that, the planet's moving forward in time with how the people are evolving and everything. So a lot of that kind of goes into it. So I don't know. It's just... it's otherworldly, right? It's like harnessing the possibilities of the future. So I try to expose that in little hints within the masks themselves of the futures we're heading towards.
Do you have one in particular for this current mask that you can tell us about?
It's kind of stuff that unveils later. 'Cause it's ahead of the curve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, what I do like about the new one is that there's several looks to it. So there's like 3 looks to it, basically. There's 3 different faces for it, and I'm able to I don't know, transform them during the show. I can I dip down real quick and I switch the face out, but I'm always wearing the same core piece though, so I don't actually take the mask off when I change the faces. I can change the faces but still be wearing the mask.
That's so cool. The intricacy on this is amazing.
Even if someone saw me changing the face, they wouldn't see like my face. I would still be wearing a mask while changing the other piece out. Even though I still go down or hide when I change the face, if someone were to catch a glimpse of it, they would actually just be going like, whoa, wait a minute, he's changing mask, but he's still wearing a mask.
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's the first one's really that I come out with is really tough. The eye holes are like the size of pencils. And
wow.
It's like my face isn't right up against it. It's hangs out in front of my face quite a bit, and so I can actually only see like these two little pinholes for the first couple songs.
Wow.
So when I'm running down the stairs and running back up and whatever, I can actually only see like a dot, like these dots on the table. If I smudge my finger down on there, that's the amount of real estate that I'm seeing in front of me.
Take a moment to appreciate, if you're watching this right now, running around only able to see dots whilst there's fire absolutely everywhere. And you are someone who's, you've injured both your knees a few months ago.
They're injured right now, actually. I have a torn meniscus in the left and then multi-angular torn meniscus in the right, which means it's like a web of tears. So I've been, there's rehab stuff and injections from blood work and just things I'm doing to try and fix the situation, and for now I'm still performing on the injured knees. Wow. But so for me, I've had to recalibrate the stage show for myself a little bit so that I'm not straining my legs as hard. So normally I'm like everywhere.
Yeah.
And obviously if you know the history of the band, I used to jump off balconies,
well,
and
your
speaker
heels
stacks, and I broke both my heels. So it's really tough for me not to do as much as I'm used to doing, but until I can fix my body, the robot.
Yeah. The robot meat suit.
Yeah. It'll keep going though. That's why I was like, human bodies are crazy, man. It's like there's always, logistics that would keep you from being able to repair your own body, I guess. But there's a huge thing in using your mind to help the body. It's like you give up control, and whatever your higher power is, whatever it is, it's like whether it's religion or an alien or whatever you think is going on, when you give up control and you actually believe that it'll work, it works.
Is that how you stop yourself getting scared?
I guess. I don't know. I don't think about that so much. Just that, I guess maybe that's a big part of it, just someone else is kind of at the wheel, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But that you can also use to like repair your body.
Right.
So, and I've even had therapists and people I've been working with that can visually see it happening, things rearranging themselves in the body, and like, so it's like just allowing it to happen. You know what I mean? You gotta honestly believe in it and give up control to it. And that's a big thing with the shows too. So like when I broke my heels, I finished the show on my feet. Basically we put a bar stool behind the turntables, and I put one leg on it at a time, and I kept switching, so that way from the audience they would still see like a leg down there, and it would look like, oh, he's still standing, like
Wow.
But that's like in that moment telling myself I'm gonna be all right, I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna fix it, and I did. I got back, I got better. I was after that I even got to the best shape I was ever in,
Wow.
So, yeah.
And that's amazing, because we need you up there.
I'm back at that again now though with the knees, so it's like it limits the amount of things you can do to physically be ready to do these sort of things, and so with slow, steady, confident work and a strong mind, I'll get my legs back. So
we need it, especially with the new album coming very soon. Yeah. And there's been so many, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, there's so many advancements now from when Slipknot first started in DJ equipment and what you can do live. Is there anything in particular that you get excited about, like the advancements that have happened?
I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm a gadget freak. I'm like a total nerd with electronics and keyboards and drum machines and computers and anything I can use for making music. And I don't know, I just always, as soon as something new comes out that's like really, I don't know, influential in my field, I buy it. You know, I just grab it, anything. It doesn't matter what brand it is, who makes it, if it's an app on my iPad, if it's a turntable, if it's the newest drum machine ever made, or an original like a SP1200. Like, it's just a matter of manipulating sound. So I for new instruments and new ways of making sounds and stuff, I don't know, I've just always gluttoned myself with every possible product to make noise and music with. That it's I don't think that's ever been like a thing. It's just part of the constant ongoing path of making music, right?
That's part of why you're top of your game, being able to use all of those things, but in the way that you do manipulate them.
What I don't know, I get excited for like the new things, you know what I mean? Like walking around with the head, you know, and seeing how people are reacting to it and finding new ways to bring it to life more, you know what I mean? And just different, you know, ways of the band evolving, you know what I mean? Because obviously I'm not going to be jumping off any like 30-foot balconies. No. You know what I mean? So being able to reinvent yourself and do something new, but then keep that same energy is like, that's what I look forward to. I think that was like David Bowie was like amazing with that. You know, he was constantly reinventing himself, but it was always his energy. You know, you were coming to a Bowie show. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. That's what I get excited about is the evolvement of the live show, and that it's still exciting for everyone, even though a lot of the aspects have changed. You know?
Well, one of the things I wanted to ask you about before you go is you've been in the news a lot recently. Congratulations.
Thank you.
About to become a dad with Kelly.
Yeah.
How do you... Because I don't know you, we've not met before, but you seem like quite a private person in many ways. How do you find it, like, being all over talking about...
I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you?
No, you know, I mean, it's just part of my life, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I love her to death, so... It doesn't, I don't know, nothing. It's just the path I'm meant to be on. So there's no awkwardness about anything like that. It's like it was just always happening, you know?
I just heard collective hearts melt watching this, because there's nothing sweeter than seeing your favourite rock stars in love and happy. Now, just to finish up, where do you see Knotfest going? Because this is huge. And I don't know if you feel this way, but Slipknot almost seems to have become bigger than the music. It's a community, it's a lifestyle.
Culture now. I mean, you know, there's Knotfest Roadshow. Yeah. Knotfest, and that's like, you know, I think just more things will come out of that, you know. Yeah. You know, there's so much going on with internet now is king, right? So I mean, you've got shows and radio stations and NFT worlds and all this different stuff. So it's like that the Slipknot world will just keep expanding into all these things that are happening, you know. And it's a culture, so it's going to live on forever. Even when we're all gone, it'll be living and breathing, you know. It's its own thing now. It's a machine. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's perpetual. Like, you don't have to put any gasoline in the engine. Like, it's just the momentum keeps it moving all on its own.
Bit like the mask. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us here at Knotfest.
Yeah.
Have an amazing show tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you again soon.
Yep. Have a good time.